Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. If my video quality looks a little shitty today, it's because I'm not in my usual spot. I just actually made me a pot of macaroni and cheese, and I usually set my Bluetooth speaker on the eye of the stove and then put my phone in front of it to hold it up, which gives me a little bit better lighting because of the light coming from underneath the hood vent. But right now I am where I used to be when I first started out. I'm right here at my table under this dim lighting. So anyway, there is a video coming out, and I wish I would have gotten Matt from Georgia Gent. We were on the island again today shooting some video, and the fragrance I have on today, I actually was sitting, we were at a restaurant, and instead of being in the front of the restaurant where the occupants were, the customers, the patrons, I was in the very back where they have this stage set up where they do the live band and stuff like that, and it was closed actually, but the door was open. The fence was open, I should say. So I'm sitting back there, and he said when he came up, I guess the slight breeze that was blowing the fragrance that I was wearing towards him, and he could smell it like several feet away. And I honestly didn't think he could smell it, but he didn't mention it until he sat next to me. We started talking, brainstorming about what we were about to do. And he just stopped in mid-conversation and was like, "Keith, man, like, dude, what are you wearing?" And I pulled it out the bag. Oh, shit, I almost lost it. I pulled it out the bag, and I showed it to him, and it was this guy from HappyLand Studio. Trying to get it to focus. This is Home for the Holidays. And thank you once again, Mr. E.J. Wells, for sending this out. My initial first impression on these fragrances, especially this one, is I really didn't like it. I'm not a big advocate of coffee, which is the issue that I had at first. As you all know, yesterday I wore Cure Cafe, and I ended up liking it. It's not my favorite of the 5 that I got, but for the most part, it did. I did warm up to it. It's not as strong as most would think. The opening few sprays, yes, it's very potent, as is this one. But Cure Cafe did grow on me. I did get one compliment when I was at Popeyes yesterday, visiting my mom. She's a manager there, and I like it. So today I decided to go ahead and wear this one. It was a little chilly out today, especially over on the island in the shade. It was real chilly. In the sun, it felt wonderful. So I wore this one, and Matt really likes this one. It actually warmed up to me also. It does still have that coffee vibe to it, in which I'm not a big coffee fan. I've said this before. I do drink coffee off and on from time to time, but this, coffee is not really my thing. And this one actually is a lot better than Cure Cafe, because this has an undertone of sweetness to it. I don't know what the sweetness is. It kind of smells like the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, where you walk in. And I think Outlaw Frags did a pretty decent job of describing this one when they reviewed it. They said it reminded them of going home for the holidays, walking in, and somebody from the family is walking through the house and saying, "Hey, do you want any coffee? We got a pot of coffee on. Hey, we have, desserts cooking, stuff in the oven." That is exactly what this is. This is somebody has brewed a fresh pot of coffee, and you smell the pastries, the cakes, pies, the desserts being made in the kitchen. This is exactly what you would wear for something like that. I really don't see these as being worn as everyday scents personally. I would mostly wear these for like holiday events like Christmas, Thanksgiving, something like that. As an everyday wear for me personally, I don't think I would be able to do it. But I am going to wear it to work just to see what kind of reaction I get to these. But so far, EJ Wells and HappyLand Studio, thumbs up on this one. And the Cure Cafe. So right now you're 2 for 2. You're 2 for what, 5? Yeah, 2 for 5. So let's see what the other 3 are gonna turn out to be. That's about all I have to say about this one, guys. I'm gonna, devour this pot of macaroni and cheese I just made because it's delicious. I just got 2 big spoonfuls before I ate it. It's seasoned just right with, what I put in it, butter and salt, and it is what it is. So once again, thank you, Mr. EJ Wells and the House of HappyLand Studios for this and the other 4 that you sent me. So far, HappyLand Studios and Cure Cafe have definitely changed my mind about how they smell from my initial first impression. So 2 thumbs up. I'm out of here. Here's to smelling great. Peace.